Hey fam, what is going on, and welcome back to another Ghost of Tsushima video. This video is going to be on a bunch of legendary items that I think are well worth the grind, and honestly some of my favorite items and some that are worth mentioning, honestly, and builds that kind of go along with these items as well. So if you've never seen these items and or you are looking to grind for an item or something, you want to know what it does, well, that's what we're going to go over today and kind of my opinion about them. Guys, if you guys are looking for people to play with, be sure to jump in the Discord that is linked down below in the description and join all the other players that are teaming up with other players and completing these challenges and kind of just finding friends in the Discord to play Ghost of Tsushima. Anyways, I hope y'all like the video. If you do, please be sure to leave a like down below and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If not, it's all good. We love y'all anyway. Let's get to the video. So first things first, guys, these are not going to be in any specific order. So let's go over a few legendary items that I think are very important to kind of grind for and look out for. Also, I'm not going to go super duper in depth on these builds. If you do want to know mainly the builds that I use, check out the last video that I put up. I'll put it right here on the screen for a little bit more in depth on like percentages, perks and properties and good builds and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and look at some legendary items. All right, guys, the very first item that I want to talk about is the skipping stone bow. This is hands down, unless somebody can think of another one, the best legendary weapon in the entire game. If you are a hunter, this is your bread and butter. Now, if you don't have the skipping stone bow, you can still use the weightless spirit, which is still an incredible weapon. The thing about the skipping stone bow is headshots ricochet to nearby enemies. So when you shoot one in the head, it's exactly what it says. It ricochets to another enemy, and it doesn't cost 2 ammo. It's just 1 arrow bouncing around on other people. Something that's very important to note is that this ricochet also applies to your ultimate. So it does ricochet a few more arrows when you are using the ultimate, which is absolutely insane. So the build that I like to use around my skipping stone bow is a fire related build. And the reason I like to use fire, and you'll see a lot of other people use that as well, my Inferno build takes advantage of the fact that the technique we use is explosive arrow. So when you use explosive arrow, yes, it catches people on fire, but the main thing that makes it so strong with the skipping stone bow is when you utilize that class ability and actually shoot an enemy in the head, it will ricochet to the next enemy next to them and cause 2 massive explosions, which is absolutely insane. So range damage, reload speed, headshot refund, and helmet piercing ammo are some things that I like to use on the skipping stone bow that actually make it super strong. Now, grouping your skipping stone bow with a hunter charm is something that is just absolutely insane, and I would not suggest anything else, honestly. The hunter charm is basically the heart of this build. Like, having a skipping stone bow and a hunter charm is actually crazy. I have ultimate damage, hunter ability radius, which the explosion of the explosive arrow that we have as our class ability is increased by almost 100%. And if you get that headshot ricochet that the skipping stone bow allows for, you get double explosions, which means double the percentage of extra radius for that explosion. It's actually insane. Fire Master, which increases fire damage by 25% because that explosive arrow does do fire damage. So you're hitting really hard with that thing. And you have foul arrows. So basically, guys, foul arrows, when you shoot headshots, it also applies weaken on the target, and weaken makes the enemy susceptible to more incoming damage by all sources, not only by you but also by your teammates as well. So having weaken on there is insane, and it really helps. Unless it is immunity weak, if there is an immunity modifier, this will not apply. Honestly, fire won't apply and nothing at all. So the biggest downfall to this build is if it's immunity weak, you're really not going to be able to use this build that well, honestly. As a good little idea right here for the skipping stone bow, guys, using this build right here with the water katana, the hunter charm, and the sticky bombs and the smoke bomb are all absolutely insane and synergize very well. These are the stats right here. Like I said, you can watch my last video to go more in depth on all of these things, but the skipping stone bow is absolutely insane. Also, be aware that if you are a samurai, I have seen samurai use skipping stone bow as well in order to kind of get as much resolve back as possible, because when the skipping stone bow is shot and the arrow ricochets, you get double the resolve back, which is actually amazing. So I've seen samurai use it as well. So if you want to be a skipping stone bow samurai, you know, by all means, you can do that too. So that's the skipping stone bow, guys, and I swear it is one of the best weapons that I've ever come across in this entire game. All right, guys, moving forward, we are going to be talking about another incredible legendary that if you don't have, you should be striving for, and that is Forbidden Medicine. I rock Forbidden Medicine on my assassin, I rock it on my samurai, and I use it sometimes on my Ronin. Not really, because the Ronin already has a bunch of heals. The thing about Forbidden Medicine is that bombs also heal allies that are caught in the blast, including yourself. So if you are throwing your bombs around and your teammates need health, you can throw bombs at them. You can throw bombs down at the ground if you get poisoned, and it'll immediately take that poison off because you're getting healed, and it heals for a pretty decent amount. Having Forbidden Medicine has gotten me out of some insane situations. So the build that I'm using around my Forbidden Medicine on my assassin is the Water Katana, the Assassin Charm, which stealth attack damage, toxic vanish, radius, chain vanish, fire master. I'm using a magma bomb, which is another legendary, which I guess we can mention it here. It used to be really strong. It still is pretty decent, but the smoke doesn't really last long. So basically what this does is when it explodes, it lets out some smoke, just as if you were to throw a smoke bomb down, and you can get assassinations from that smoke that happened from this sticky bomb, which is it was really strong before, but they kind of nerfed it because now it doesn't last as long. But yeah, that's just what I'm using. You could also switch this out for a regular sticky bomb as well. And I am also using smoke bomb, stealth attack damage, cooldown reduction on kill, munitions, and lucky. And here are the techniques that I am using: toxic vanish, assassin unleashed, deadly nightshade, and legendary. And the reason I'm using legendary obviously is because I have two legendaries, which you can switch this out for, you know, shadow storm, chain vanish, etc. But guys, Forbidden Medicine is such a clutch thing to have in this game. Like, it's actually insane. And not only am I using it on my assassin, but as I told you, I'm also using it on my samurai as well. So Forbidden Medicine, try to get it as fast as you can. And the way I got Forbidden Medicine was playing with the Ronin and just jumping in and playing as many games as possible, and eventually I unlocked it. But I think you want to make sure that you're using a bomb pack. So once you unlock a bomb pack, make sure you equipped it and you're using that as well, and you should be able to unlock it. Now guys, since we're already here, let's talk about my favorite legendary sword in the entire game, and that is Masinas Edge. And the reason it's my favorite sword is because, one, it gives you wind stance, and wind stance deals with the most annoying enemies ever, and that is the spearmen. So having wind stance will allow you to do extra stagger damage and counter the spearmen. Basically, it automatically parries them while you are attacking them. And the biggest thing, guys, melee attacks have a 20% chance to deal double damage, and this procs so often that you will be thinking that you're just melting these Oni away with this insane weapon. I love this weapon so much just because of that fact alone, and synergizes so well with the samurai's ultimate, especially if you have 5 strikes with the ultimate. You have 5 chances to do double damage with an ultimate attack, and I have ultimate damage on it along with ultimate damage on my defense charm, and it's actually insane. So I matched Masinas Edge that has melee damage, ultimate damage, water stance, and way of the flame with Forbidden Medicine that has blast radius, status effect damage, samurai unlock, and black powder bomb. Now the defense charm I am using has injured resolve gain, which gives you resolve every time you get hit, obviously, ultimate damage, combat regen, fire master because of the technique that I am using, which is raging flame, absolutely amazing. And I am pairing it with a sticky bomb with cooldown reduction on kill, blast radius, increased radius, fired up, and a healing gourd that I love to use because it also has injured resolve gain. So I have almost 50% injured resolve to kind of help me gain resolve and be able to use my ultimate as often as possible. It has cooldown reduction on kill, injured resolve gain, strong brew, and lucky on there as well. And like you saw, these are the techniques right here: raging flame, legendary, resolve increase, and Hachiman's frenzy. Now guys, another absolutely critical and probably one of the best weapons in the entire game is the Spirit Kunai. Basically what it does is every kill that you get with a kunai, because it throws 2 initially, but every kill that you get with the kunai, it reduces every single cooldown on your character, whether it's ghost weapons, class abilities, way of the flame, like anything. It reduces all your cooldowns by 10 seconds. So if you get 2 kills with 2 kunai, you're going to reduce all your cooldowns by 20 seconds. Now, the biggest thing that makes this thing so strong, especially on the Ronin, as you can see right here, for one, you can get super massive, which deals extra damage. Not only does it deal extra damage, but it causes lighter enemies to get thrown back. So the guys, the little guys, it throws them back and it gets them off you and gives you some breathing space. But also hidden blades, which throws 5 kunai at once. Now think about this. You got a wave of enemies. You got a bunch of them weak from your bombs. You throw 5 kunai, you get 3 kills. You get a 30-second cooldown reduction on all your cooldowns. And not only that, you have cooldown reduction on kill, as you can see right here, for 4 seconds. So every kill that you get 3 kills. So you're gonna have a 12-second reduction cooldown on this. So your kunai is gonna be right back up in order to be able to use it again. You can clear a whole wave with just kunai that keep coming back up because of the cooldown. And it's so strong. And the reason it's so strong on the Ronin is because if you see your technique right here, enhanced ghost weapons, you increase damage from all ghost weapons by 50%. And obviously the kunai is a ghost weapon, so it's actually super strong. And I am using this on my fire build. So I have my water katana with melee damage, oni damage, way of the flame, burning blade. I have a bomb pack that does a blast radius, status effect damage, black powder bomb, and flash bomb. I am using the heavenly rebuke charm, which we'll talk about that here in a second, that has fire damage, oni damage, fire master, combat regen, and the spirit kunai with ghost weapon cooldown reduction on kill, super massive hidden blades, and a smoke bomb with cooldown reduction on kill, munitions, and lucky. And my techniques are flaming roar, enhanced ghost weapons, of course, absolute must, resolve increase, because having that extra resolve in order to perform heavenly strikes is gonna make a big difference, and legendary as well, so I can use 2 legendary items. Now, since we're here, let's talk about heavenly rebuke. Heavenly rebuke is like my favorite charm to use on the Ronin as of right now, aside from the stealth charm, but it's my favorite legendary charm just to use in general. On performing heavenly strike, which by the way you get for free no matter which katana you use, as you can see right here, I'm using a water katana that's purple. On performing heavenly strike, there's a 50% chance that lightning will strike a nearby enemy. And not only does it strike a nearby enemy, but it also does AoE damage when it strikes the enemy, and it does a little bit of burning damage as well. So it's actually really freaking cool, and as you can see, it grants heavenly strike as well, so it makes it really fun. Like, I just have a lot of fun with this build, and I am using it with fire damage, oni damage, fire master, combat regen, because I get a little bit of healing from it, and you know, fire master obviously because I have, you know, black powder bombs. I am using my flaming roar technique that catches all the enemies on fire. It's essentially like using an ignite. And I mean, I just showed you guys what the build was that I'm using, so that's what I'm using with heavenly rebuke. You can honestly use it all kind of crazy ways. Another weapon that I think I should mention, especially since I'm on the Ronin right now, is the Stone Striker Katana. So this Stone Striker does grant you heavenly strike, so you don't have to use the heavenly rebuke. But with the Stone Striker, it's actually pretty incredible, and this is kind of like the OG fire build for the Ronin that a lot of people used before heavenly rebuke came out. It gives you heavenly strike, and using heavenly strike against a staggered enemy, not only does it deal extra damage, but it also repels nearby enemies. So if you parry an enemy that's right next to you, or if you throw a bomb and it kind of staggers them back and you perform a heavenly strike afterwards, you're going to deal extra damage and repel nearby enemies. So this thing's actually really strong and a very good and very viable option for a fire build. I've seen people use it on assassins as well, along with samurai. So, you know, having Stone Striker is great. So with the Stone Striker having melee damage, oni damage, way of the flame, and as for the second perk you want to put on there, probably burning blade, or maybe even water stance, that a lot of people like to put water stance on there, which gives you the surging strikes that you use by holding triangle and then hitting triangle repeatedly. That's a really good strong combination to put on there, as well as kind of like a little option. Now with the Stone Striker, you kind of want to pair it, you know, you can use forbidden medicine as well, but you want to pair it with a bomb pack, you know, have a good solid bomb pack, and your stealth charm is going to work wonders. The stealth charm that I use, it has ghost weapon damage, fire master, and resolve increase. So it'll give you even more resolve in order to perform those heavenly strikes. Another great charm that you can use in conjunction with the Stone Striker Katana is Enjo's Remorse. So Enjo's Remorse deals 15% bonus damage when at full health in order to just completely obliterate enemies, and it's actually insane. And I've seen so many people use this, and if you're a Ronin, you're doing 15 15% damage extra on top of having all that ghost weapon damage, you're going to just be hitting these waves super hard. Now with this, obviously I would suggest fire damage and probably Oni damage as well. I've seen people use ability cooldown reduction, stuff like that, but fire damage and Oni damage is probably a super solid way to go if you're using Enjo's Remorse. And as for the 2 perks, obviously once you get it to 120, having Fire Master is the first thing that you want on there, and you can have combat regen on there as well, or you could even do another resolve increase or health increase, whatever you want to do, but that fire is absolutely imperative with that build. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this one. Listen, those are some of the legendary items that I think are absolutely amazing. And you guys saw some of the builds that I kind of put along with these legendary items that I really think will help you guys out once you do get these items. So save this video and, you know, kind of rewatch it later on once you get those items, or if you already have the item, definitely try to put it together with those builds that I just showed you and, you know, kind of just see if it helps you or if it's something that you like. And, you know, always just have fun with it, guys. You can switch the builds up and stuff like that and just find something that you like, and honestly you won't regret it. This game's super fun when it comes to creativity, and you can do so many different things, guys. So yeah, I hope this video helped somebody, man, and I hope this is what you guys were looking for. If you guys have any questions, please be sure to leave a comment down below and let me know your questions. If you like this video, please be sure to leave a like down below and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If not, it's all good. We love y'all anyway. I will catch you guys on the next video. Much love. Peace.